back row.
Good morning. Oh, how's it going, everybody? Check. We too early like birds, getting in those worms, and you nerds hating, just curve them, they fud and they just some vermin. Can't handle us, you too nervous, it's cause you ain't got no purpose. Yeah, check it. NFT super sexy, man, it always lures me. I'm too focused and you know you'll never ever deter me. Crypto astronaut, DJ moving so hazardous. Crypto, what I gon' dabble, open seas like chapel, yeah. Chasing 100X is my ex, she been getting jealous. The man she's with like a peasant, if you comparing me. I had to give you
I need to borrow your glasses one more time until we get inside.
Of course, I pull up everywhere in this.
I don't know. We don't have smalls, right? We only have mediums.
Don't worry, I'll be PR.
Small?
Gotta do the group pics again.
Who wears a small?
Ellie,
No good shot.
Bulls and Apes project.
Oh, I saw it. Were you guys out in yeah.
You guys have the fans, right?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Multiple times a week we have a YouTube stream, and like somebody who actually a fantastic guy who leads them and kind of has on guests, talks through the market, talks through the project.
Yep, exactly right.
We hop on there. So if you guys, we'd love to have you guys on. Yeah.
Yeah, we would love to.
100%. Did we get contact information from you?
I thought you guys had a pretty the little activation you had. Like I thought actually like I noticed it, and you know what I mean. It was good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It was great.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
and you know,
that's a hard life.
How's it going, everybody? Check. We too early like birds, getting in those worms, and you nerds hating, just curve them, they
People
fud and
love some type of use case or utility with their NFT, and I think games are really great platforms to develop on. You can go in so many different ways with it. It's one of the best current implementations of a metaverse right now.
Yeah.
And it's built upon Minecraft. So Minecraft right now is like something like 130 million active monthly users. So, and basically the whole point of the Minecraft is like you build your own world. Here's your sandbox, for lack of a better term. Here's your sandbox. You build a world, and then with the tools that they have, and it's a really cool team too. So they're very big on developing more tools, developing ways for communities like ours to, you know, build games, build community spaces, build just really dope like environments for our community to come in, and then you can even do things like land sales, renting, marketplaces, games. So so it's like really everything. And from what I've learned too, and this could be totally off, but I feel like the people that usually are out there building and have a great product already, I tend to be like, you know what, this is a good thing to get behind and start building with, because, you know, things like Sandbox or Decentraland I actually really like, but Sandbox especially, I just feel like, you know, it's a risk, it's a gamble. Like it could turn out great, it could end up just for another year, you know, continue like we're gonna release it soon, we're gonna be out there soon, we're gonna.
I definitely agree on that.
Do you want a popsicle? We have a popsicle.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. They're good. They're very good, and they're in the shape of a doctor. They're in the shape of a doctor, Owen. So they're. You can basically eat our project.
How hard was it to get up to?
Oh, extremely hard. Like it's like if you take a startup and you condense it into like 3 or 4 months, and you just like it was me, one of our main content guys, and my business partner Dan, and we, you know, for probably 3 or 4 months, you know, 16-hour, 18-hour days, you know.
So we're running. That's like a big startup business when you put in 70, 80 hours.
Well, you are putting it. You are literally all the time, 100%. Like, and it's really. We took a very organic approach from the very beginning. So basically were like, I think, and then I was in charge of the marketing, so I was like, I think the best way to build this community is straight organic, like reach out to people in a very authentic way. So like we doxed ourselves from the very beginning. We held like multiple community meetings, calls from the very beginning on like, here's what we're doing, here's where we're going, here's why we're doing it type stuff. And then all of our marketing was about like, we really want to build the best community possible. So we like locked our Discord to where like it's not, and then that even in and of itself is a fucking hassle because we're now sending out individual invites to like 3,000, 4,000 people. We're now finding a way to give these invites away, but I think it really made a difference because now the people in the community really care about being in the community, and they know it's not just given to anyone, and it's almost like a we believe in you type thing. We would love for you to be a part of our community, and then now we've kind of grown into this, I think what's really interesting about NFTs is you get like this kind of dopamine, like reactionary type rush that I think a lot of people in this, a fair amount, probably over 50% of the people in the space are very like, that's why they're here, is they're like, hey, I think I can turn, $100 into $200 in, the next week or month or next day. And I think we're fighting that. Like we very much from the beginning were like, we want to set up this wallet, we want to allow people to pass proposals, but it kind of ensued of like there was a lot of discussions and kind of debating about what we should do, and I think the community has gotten to the point and the team has gotten to the point where it's like people just want value to be created.
Correct.
People are just like, we don't really care like if we're choosing it, if you're choosing it, we're all choosing it together, like create value for the project. And that's exactly what we're doing now. So we had passed 2 proposals initially, which we passed like an 100 ETH marketing budget that part of it we're using for this, a small amount, and then part of it we've actually just hired a CMO to come in and like really take care of. I think as great as organic marketing is to start a project, you can't organically market moving after you've released. I think influencer marketing is like incredibly important. Most kind of apparent is something like Gary Vee. He's such a figure. He's such a role model and figure in the space that I think people trust him, and
he says something they're going to follow.
Exactly. It's like, what's better? You release an update about the project, or Gary Vee tweets about you?
Yeah, exactly.
It's so that's kind of what we're focusing on right now. Is like, how can we tap into our developments while also making sure that we tap into the right communities, the right people. Because I look at some projects in the space that are like, we're just vibes. We're not. There's no plan. There's no roadmap. There's no. It's like, you guys have a 1 ETH floor. You guys have a 0.5. You guys have a 2 ETH floor. Like, how is this even? But it's just like people believe that like, hey, these people are buying. This community is great. I want to be around for whatever happens. And meanwhile, I think there's a lot of other projects that are doing some really cool stuff and building and really developing their own systems, and whether it's a game or community or etc. But they don't see that same growth or that same kind of run up. And I think that's kind of, at least from a marketing perspective, it's kind of more about adapting to the current situation of the market, less about like, you gotta recognize my development, you gotta fucking understand how hard we're working, and more just like, no, like, here's the climate of the space.
Like it's a business, it's just business and business strategy. You might have one idea when you start, but then you have to change according to
exactly
when you do your clientele that's out there.
Mwahahaha. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. Let's fucking make some days. Let's fucking meet some people. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get after it.
I'm God, king of the crypto and NFT talk. No bling on my wrist cause my ledger been popping. I don't know nobody that could ever come and stop me. I've been catching bodies in the booth on kamikaze. King meaning of the words and the verbs on chain. Shit's so hard, I've been ripping off chains. Ring on my phone, guess my ex wanna hang. Got my first 20x, let these NFTs rain. I'm on the
I'm a real estate guy. I love real estate. We've got $5.1 billion worth of real estate.
Working in a super gray area, but I'm also hypersensitive to the fact that
everybody's amazing at something. The hard part is finding it. Like, I'm into tech and I've been in tech for years now, but when I was in school, I didn't do anything tech. It took me getting a job as a bartender at night. And the only job
Welcome. Thank you guys all for coming out. I want to say something before I get a little too drunk. Say anything at all. Started this 5 months ago, and we started with a very small vision of just bringing people together and trying to provide value to the people that care about our project and want to contribute their time and energy. And we started with 3 or 4 people, and now our teams here, we have Randy, Ryan, Lou, Seth, Dan, multiple Dans, Dan Mafia. Double D's. Yeah. And I think we are in like a really good spot. Like, we have a lot to give to the NFT community. We have a lot to continue giving to the NFT community, and I think hopefully in the process we can change a few lives and improve lives and bring people closer together, and I think get back to what we love to do, which is entertaining people, making people laugh, providing value, giving rewards out to people, and having fun along the way. And I think being an onboarding ramp to NFTs and Web3 in general. So thank you guys so much for coming out, and it literally gives me like chills and goosebumps to see all of you here and taking time out of your lives and days to come hang with us. And people who come from far and wide, Canada and London, and even here in Miami, just making the drive over here really means a lot to us. I think we start from humble beginnings and have a humble vision of just trying to help people out, onboard people, create something that has value. And, I really appreciate everyone for coming out. So, cheers to Frankenpunks. Dan, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, no, I'll just keep it quick. I really appreciate everyone coming out. Like Ned said, we started this bootstrapped 5 months ago, never got any money, never did any market, never put any money into anything, built it up from the ground up, have a team of 10 people now, have our holders here that believe in us still after, the last couple months, which is great. We love that. And, we're going to make this a win for y'all. We're either going to get rich or die trying.
Yes,
you know what I mean? We appreciate y'all coming. We're definitely going to do more of these. We'll be at New York. We'll be back in LA. We'll be back to Miami. This is the beginning. UK, Europe. This is the beginning. We're going to drop some big stuff in April here, and, we're going to bring a win for you guys. So, cheers.
Cheers, baby. Cheers. Let's fucking go. Frankenfamilia. Frankenfucking familia.